You're watching ABC4 News on Utah's CW30.
Welcome back. A local theater company is making great strides to bring contemporary plays to the Valley. ThreePenny Theater Company is working out of Salt Lake and is currently rehearsing for their latest project. So we have Sydney Vance and Cody O'Hare from the company chatting with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
For starters, tell us a little bit about this company. How did it get started?
Yeah, so myself and my co-founder, Jonah Kirkhart, we sort of grew up in poor rural areas of Kansas, and we got really frustrated that there wasn't any theater to really be had in those areas. You know, if you want to drive an hour away or spend $70 on a ticket, you can do that, but it's going to be hard for a lot of people, and theater means a lot to us. So we really wanted to find a way to bring it to more people, bring it to people who wouldn't normally get to see theater.
I love that, making sure everyone has a chance to experience that. And speaking of experiencing that, you guys are working on a show right now. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, we're working on a show called Life of Galileo, and it touches on subjects that are so relevant for today, like religion, science, your values, and even though it's based on somebody from quite a while ago, it's so relevant to today's society and issues we're all facing.
Cody, you had mentioned you guys have just started doing rehearsals for the last couple of weeks and that you guys have seen a lot of discoveries lately. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of really great opportunities. As anyone who will see the show or maybe who has read it or seen it before will know, there's a lot of like really meaty monologues, I guess to say. A lot of monologues with a lot of really good content, a lot of great quips and awesome retorts. It's very rhetorical and argumentative in very interesting ways. And so it's awesome to see when an actor really gets a moment. They seem to really understand exactly why a character is doing something, and it's awesome to see that moment come together.
And Sydney, you're actually acting in this performance. Are there any scenes that really stand out to you or that you just really feel good to be a part of?
This show has so many of them, honestly, but I am playing a few different characters, and two of my characters are not particularly on the side of science in this show, and that's been really interesting for me to kind of dive into, because as somebody who does really value science and discoveries and everything like that, it's interesting to kind of see from the other perspective how change is so difficult for everybody, and that has been true for all people.
I mean, that's one of the beauties about theater, is it does give us those new perspectives, different things for people to consider. Cody, what about you? Tell us, what do you like most about the show?
There are tons of great things that I love about it. The themes of authority versus progress really resonate with me, and honestly, some of my favorite scenes are really early on. There's a great moment right at the start of the show where Galileo is talking to one of the kids that he mentors, who is kind of dense to start out with, but you really get into the understanding that in the 1600s, telling someone, hey, the sun doesn't actually move, we're the ones moving, that's kind of a crazy thing to experience, and it really brings you right into the story.
A lot for people to wrap their heads around. Before we go, I know we're running out of time. Tell us, when is the show and where can people find out more information?
Yeah, so the show is going to be the weekends of November 11th and 18th. So if you're looking to figure out how to structure a good argument just before Thanksgiving, excellent place to go. And you can find out more by checking us out on social media, ThreePenny Theater on Facebook or threepennytheater.com, and we'll be happy to connect with you.
All right, just in time for the holidays. Cody and Sydney, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having us.
We'll be right back.